Alright, in this video we're going to be talking about a new discovery of RFK for a potential cause of autism. This is a major breakthrough because finally people will actually, at least partially, have an explanation for autism instead of constantly saying it's genetic, which it clearly isn't, because we have signs that people with autism typically get worse later in life. If it were genetic, that would not be the case. People would be constant throughout life from birth to death, but that is not the case. We typically see people worsen throughout their life. In this video, we're going to be breaking that down, why it works, how we can actually make it work even more effectively than just taking folinic acid, and basically what this means for autistic people. So, first of all, this should not be political. I can understand if you don't believe the studies or anything, but if you're taking Tylenol out of defiance for the studies on the off chance that it is true, even if you don't believe in anything that this government does, don't be stupid. You're being a disgusting human being, genuinely. You could be potentially ruining your child's life to make a political statement. And honestly, you are just disgusting and you should probably lose custody of your child if you value your politics more than your own child. Yeah, if you have to take Tylenol, I get it, and you don't believe the studies, I get it, but if you're going to just blatantly take Tylenol for no reason, you're disgusting, genuinely. And so, to actually get into the video, we need to understand how this works. So basically, Tylenol, what it does is it's basically a giant magnet for B12. I mean, not B12, glutathione. And so glutathione is a massive antioxidant. It's one of the main antioxidants, like top two antioxidants your body uses. And so the thing about glutathione is that when you take Tylenol, Tylenol isn't an antioxidant. It doesn't directly neutralize glutathione. It's kind of like a glutathione magnet, if that makes sense. It kind of just sucks away glutathione's power without directly fighting against it, if that makes sense. Still same effect. It's just kind of getting into the technicalities. So you're constantly depleting your glutathione. So how does the body react? So the body reacts by producing more glutathione. But the problem with this is that it takes a bunch of nutrients. It takes a lot of B12, it takes a lot of B9, B6, zinc, magnesium, etc., etc., etc. So it's very nutrient expensive to produce glutathione at these levels. And so, but this is great because it fits with what we know about autism already. If some of you might remember, I already made a video about autism a while ago, and it's been shown that autistic people have low antioxidant levels of every single antioxidant kind. Okay? Every single antioxidant is low. I'm talking about superoxide dismutase, I'm talking about glutathione, I'm talking about SAMe. Literally any antioxidant you can think of is low in autistic people. So this is great news though, because we actually know a potential help for autism if that is the case, or since that is the case. And so it's and so this is what we've seen with this new studies is this folinic acid, which is actually just B9, helping with autism, and it's consistent with other data we've found, like 90, I believe it's 98 or 99%, yeah, 99% of autistic people having low methylation. And guess what low methylation is dictated by? B9. For those of you who don't know, methylation is just this basically chemical process in the body that methylation just binds to something and changes its form. Like, for example, it can bind to your genes and activate it. It can bind to it can bind to your brain chemicals and neurotransmitters and activate them, like serotonin and dopamine. It can bind to different enzymes and completely change their function, like for example binding to histamine and deactivating it. And so it's a very, very important substance, and we actually see that 99% of people with autism have low methylation. And why is this the case? It's because to actually methylate, it takes antioxidants to methylate. antioxidants and methylation are very heavily interlinked. In order to use B9 and B12, you need to methylate both of them. That's why they're called like methylcobalamin. That's methylated B12 versus just plain cobalamin, which is normal B12. And then also there's folate or folinic acid, which is B9, versus methyl folinic acid, or maybe methyl tetrafolinic acid, something like that. Anyways, you get the point. And so what we need to do is we need to maximize everything that goes into methylation, and we need to maximize everything that helps in making antioxidants, and specifically glutathione. And so I wish they would have done more in this study to figure this out. But yeah, we can definitely take it to the next level, like doing more than just plain folinic acid. And so what I would do if I had this, I would take B12. That would be the first line of defense. I believe B12 would actually be more effective than folinic acid. But I would also take it with B9. I might take it from a food source like lettuce. I believe lettuce has high amounts of B9. And I would also take zinc, magnesium, selenium, and let's see, B1, B2, B3, B6. Basically, get a giant B vitamin supplement, because basically every single B vitamin is somehow interacts in the antioxidant or methylation chain, and those are the two chains you want to support if you want to help this out. So yeah, and then also stack that with magnesium and zinc and all that other stuff. Honestly, I would also just get like a full nutrient test done, and then go based on that, because that'll give you specifically what you need, from like a hair mineral analysis test, because that will be the best way to go. Okay, and so yeah, this is great, great news. It brings more of this autism awareness to the front. And so yeah, also, one thing I do want to mention though is that it's unclear. I honestly kind of doubt it that we'll be able to help reverse this sort of thing this late in life. It's possible though. And also, I'd like to mention that this is definitely not the only cause of this thing. For example, we also know that it's caused by aluminum adjuvants, which are a certain substance put in the V word. I can't say it because otherwise this channel will be shadow banned, because it's happened already. And so they put these aluminum adjuvants in the V word, and that's been shown to cause autism by decreasing neural pruning, which is the process of like snipping neurons in your brain. And so that's known to cause this disease. And so, in summary, up your methylation, up your antioxidants, and that will help you significantly by increasing methylation and also antioxidant network. It will also help significantly to take creatine, because creatine takes up 70% of methylation's creation efforts. And so yeah, do that and you'll be really, really chilling. You'll help significantly. But if you want to take it a step further, you can also even start working on rewiring your brain, because it's been shown that people with this problem have a bunch of unnatural neural connections. And so that's why they have like they're awkward socially, is because they have neural connections that are not typical. That's why people have savant syndrome, is because they have neural connections that most people don't have. That's why people can like recite the ABCs backwards, or like recite anything you say to them backwards, or something like that. Basically, savant syndrome is where you basically are an autistic person with like superpowers, crazy, different neural capabilities. And that's because of the neural pruning, which happens when you have too inflamed of a brain from too much oxidative stress, from depleting all your antioxidants from not having B9 or B12 or anything like that. I hope this video wasn't too confusing. If you want me to like break it down slower or like be more explanatory, let me know in the comments, because genuinely I'd like to know that so I can actually like grow this channel faster. So yeah, that's the video. Let me know any feedback, and yeah, bye.